おはようございます。OK， 全部到位。继续送我的货。那先就送那个。慢。来，先把车子停在这中间。开你妈蛋哦！哦，安鸟尾啊！
Hey there. Thanks for stopping by. Let me just take a look at our active orders. I'm glad to see you handled our delivery with care. Now that's service. Time after time you've been there for us. You're a saint.
2000多，还没有满一个。已归还其他身后的遗失的物品。
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Looks like we owe you another one. And I doubt it'll be the last.
Order completed. Well done.
所以把这解掉好了。解决4个土匪。这附近也要有土匪。 我有什么武器？不多。 干想偷我东西啊！哎！哦，还给我爬上去呢！我呀！枪在手，跟我走。好像没有。是啊。可能要把车子开过来一点。那个任务有完成。可以了。
Okay, there you go, Speed. 会在另外一个大陆那边，之后再用吧。 Uh-huh.
我车子这么多，哦，车子很值钱哦。这个感觉可以拿去升那个采矿场。又是独行侠，哇，太肥了，太肥了！
样好了。全部拿一拿回去放好了。好。新小的尾钩得给它好。要往回开。小曼，郊游。
Thanks so much for stopping by.
哎是
Give me a moment while I check the orders. It's like a dream come true, this showing up on our doorstep. We'd... It feels as though we're always leaning on you for support. Please allow us to return the favor with this data.
2级悬浮架。
Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing the amount of material.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
We've increased the carrying capacity of your floating carriers. Needless to say, this improvement wouldn't have been possible without your contributions. Now, they still require a steady supply of chiral crystals to function, same as before, so don't forget to stock up beforehand. Hope this helps with your future deliveries.
Order completed. Well done.
整理一下背包。拨付。
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
交给你们了。舒服。这些东西可以把它拆一拆。武器总共5把，还行啊。猴子类武器 ，MP 手榴弹，5颗。哦，这边可以看到，
Can anybody hear me?
看到这边需要多少素材？哦，可以。特殊1440，1280，1440，现在数值1280。 法直接提出来。对啊，对啊，先理出来。1280，看，真的是有时候会搞不清楚自己在点什么。1280数字，我有这么多吗？有。1440特殊。发射 ，Let's go。落雨啦！下大雨看不清楚。
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
多富矿坑为什么要修？哦，耐久度98，还不用修。210，哇，2000个就可以采5000多颗嘞。
Somebody lend me a hand!
每次都按错。这个采陶瓷的，特殊合金1008。以后再说。那我们先推进一点主线。我要再搭电车回去。Shut the fuck up！ 有人用了我捐赠的装备。去麦哲伦号。哦呦，这台车比较高级耶。比我那台快很多呢。Oh, yeah, guys.
Hey, Sam. How's it going? I have updates for you, if you have time.
I take it you've learned more about Lou?
We followed up on the message Deadman left for you at the lab. About how there was another BB-28, not Lou, who, according to the records, was decommissioned 4 years ago. The first time you and Lou met was about 2 years ago now, when you were entrusted with the BB previously issued to Bridges Corp's disposal. And together, the two of you made it all the way across North America.
Deadman and everyone else at Bridges, they all called Lou BB-28.
Right. Because that was Lou's serial number. You see, we found the records for the BB storage facility. By cross-referencing the data, we confirmed that after BB-28 was decommissioned 4 years ago, Lou was assigned the same designation and placed into storage.
So what you're telling me is that instead of getting a new serial number, Lou inherited an old one?
As for Lou's mother, following the C-section, it seems she passed away. And that, pretty much, is the extent of our recent discoveries. Without a still mother to provide support, it makes sense that Lou was kept in reserve. But we still have no idea who approved the serial number reassignment, much less why they did it.
Higgs said there were things I didn't know. Maybe this is what he was talking about.
I think it could be.
I want to know everything about Lou.
You're playing his game, Sam. Chasing after the past is what Higgs wants you to do.
I need to know where Lou came from. I have to know.
If you're sure, Sam, I'll keep digging. In the meantime, you should get plenty of rest before your next mission.
早起的鸟儿有虫吃。
Sam, it's Charlie. A new order is now ready for you. I'd also like to brief you on your next destination. And I believe that Fragile wants to have a word as well. Visit the delivery terminal in West Fort Knott to take on the relevant main order.
Sam, it seems Tarman decided to leave a few books for you. Right there, by your bed. Reading is a wonderful way to take your mind off things. Trust me. Good morning, Sam. Why don't you try freshening up with a shower? There are organisms in this area that I don't believe I've ever laid eyes on before. My understanding is that they're called chiral creatures, and they come in all shapes and sizes. Apparently, they will drain your batteries if you come into contact with them. There may be other deleterious effects for all we know. And really, you shouldn't be bothering them anyway. There's nothing to be gained from it. It's not like they drop coins when defeated. Out of curiosity, Sam, did you notice that the mirror above your sink displays images of the outside world? These images change as we travel and actually show what's waiting for us outside the DHV Magellan when we disembark. Prolonged living inside an enclosed space can be bad for one's mental health due to the unchanging environment. That's why I asked Tarman to implement this particular feature. A digital photo frame, so to speak. An easy to understand name, don't you think? Though I'm the only one who calls it that. Anyway, it'll give you a preview of our surroundings. That's sure to have some practical benefits. That's Tarman's son. He must have placed a photograph in here for safekeeping. This is an important memento. Why don't we go and take it to him?
I found this picture in your book. Is this your son?
Thank you.
他把戒指戴在中指。
Yes. He's still out there somewhere, borne along on the currents. With this right hand of mine. It's due to my connection with said missing piece that I can read the movements of the tar. Something akin to a phantom pain. Do you want to hear the story?
Sure.
I was both a medical doctor and a geophysics researcher once upon a time. In those days, the tar currents were a key focus of mine. This ship was originally built to facilitate my studies, in fact. The deep tar hunting vessel Magellan, we named it. A ship perfectly suited to pursuing the creatures that thrive in the tar's depths. Another avenue of research, you might say. We called them chiral mammals, for lack of a better name. Seemed like the closest fit. Reckoned if we caught one, we could figure out all the mysteries. The tar, the tides, hell, maybe even the stranding.
Whoa, she's a big one.
Strip yourself in, son.
Tar's looking calm. I'll be fine, Pop.
当然，
You seeing this? I think she's pregnant. Hey, Pop. This is weird.
Storm! just like that, the tar took my boy, and my hand along with him. At first, I thought this little guy was my son reborn.
If I may ask a question, the hunters that attacked you after you caught the chiral mammal, are you sure they came from within the creature's womb?
Yes. That said, I'm not of the opinion that the hunters were its offspring.
Its womb merely served as a gateway to the other side.
Indeed. The tar and the beach are connected.
对，公安很重要啊，叫你扣绳子就要扣。洗个澡。哇，1000多颗哎，代表说我在外面待很久。
Extraction was successful. It was transferred to a sterilized pod and sent to a separate facility.
Ready to proceed with corpse disposal? 1.
在 F1 终端哦 F1。我靠腰。
Sam, your next destination is the Northern Environmental Observatory. Like its western counterpart, this observatory is a critical facility that will help us to monitor the changes taking place in the Australian environment. To bring it online, you'll have to navigate the canyon to the northeast of your current position. But before that, you'll need to link up another site en route.
Sam, the next site we want you to link up is called Rainbow Valley. A friend of Drawbridge is waiting for you there. Once the network connection has been established, they'll be joining us on the DHV Magellan. I recruited them myself when we first met in the UCA. You can pick up the order from the delivery terminal. I'm looking forward to seeing you both. Thanks again, Sam.
地景再造设备。开车开得过去吗？感觉这段路还有 BT 耶。可以先开车开到这里，然后再走过去。OK， 这么多颗啊，要修。欧卓德克感测器的充电时间啊。哎呦！我是感觉先存80好了，把这个先点。辅助战斗。
Order accepted. Thank you. Hydration recommended.
看不到哎，好吧。我说那边应该有哺乳机，看可不可以需要多少素材，我直接带过去。我们看可不可以先铺一条路。
Somebody lend me a hand!
我也需要帮。金属陶瓷，金 金属不，金属400，陶瓷520，450。感觉没有什么东西，去看好了。反正很快。450。我现在领多少？差40。Nice shit. Hello. Rồi, khởi ra rồi. 漂亮。哒哒哒哒哒哒。在这儿。每个都玩一下。妈，一颗小石头也可以让我这样哦。16%。啊，下面撞一下，他妈16%。
Yeah. And does this mean the drawbridge has finally come to the valley? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you could make it. It's an honor to welcome you here. Don't seem to be any significant issues with the contents. We'll be hoping to see more of you in the future. The next step involves the Cupid, yeah? Okay then, let's do this.
德伦雷恩。哎呦，郊游炮。
protection looks strong and steady to me. That cargo you brought along is going to make a world of difference, too. It'll allow us to proceed with our terraforming initiative. Hopefully, no more towns will have to suffer the fate of the one down below us. Oh, we've shared our tar cannon data with everyone, by the way. I suspect you'll find it useful in your own work. Try it out. See if it suits your needs. This region was once filled with lush vegetation, over which birds soared and serenaded, until all that beautiful life fell prey to sudden desertification. We swore to do everything in our power to bring back what was lost. Around the time we got started, the APAC people showed up. With their help, we've been able to achieve a modest measure of success. But moving forward, we have to find a way to nurture and protect what little we have on our own. You probably passed the town I mentioned on your way up here. At a glance, it might have looked like nothing more than a cluster of massive boulders. But those were once buildings. Places where people used to live. As the desert kept creeping closer, the town was abandoned overnight. They'd been forced to evacuate. The few who were left behind became BTs. Still, at least the exodus went to plan. There are no void-outs at any rate. Tar cannons are invaluable pieces of equipment that we use to combat forest fires. Now, while fires are a common occurrence in this region, water is a precious resource. So these cannons were developed as extinguishers that utilize the tar contained within the earth itself. They leverage the tar's viscosity, making them one of the most effective methods of combating fire we have. When deployed on the ground, they can both extract and discharge tar simultaneously. You can pick up the cannon and use it on the go as well, but you'll be unable to refill its tar reservoir while doing so.
Oh.
If you find yourself caught in a wildfire, you'll need to figure out when to shoot and when to move in order to make it out alive. Thanks for everything, Sam. You and Drawbridge have helped ensure that these lands will one day be filled with life again, however long it takes. In particular, that comrade of yours has performed absolute miracles for us. If you're looking to link up with them, you'll find them in the ravine on the other side of the river, directly opposite this shelter. Come back and visit anytime.
Anytime.
Right. Time to meet up with our comrade. Let's see. They should...
郊游炮在哪里？太大箱了吧！这个人还用奎爷的头像。
Notice that sign, Sam? I think someone might need help. I don't know, perhaps we could lend them a hand if we have time. And when we in turn need assistance, we can always build a sign of our own. River's rising, Sam. We mustn't underestimate the potential risks here.
呀！
Seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head. They keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun. And I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head. They keep falling. But there's one thing I know. The blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Raindrops falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my heart will soon be turning red.
看人家也太屌了吧！
For me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
You think I spooked her?
I really couldn't say. I certainly haven't ever seen her dance like that before.
It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me.
Go on, Sam. Follow her into that facility.
建议我开车吗？傻小。是怀孕吗？
Thanks for coming, Sam. I'm sorry about just now. I didn't know who you were at first.
You're the picture of health, Rainey.
You too, little man.
You had some kind of a trick for dealing with timefall?
Rainey, it's been too long.
Fragile.
Can't wait to see you again.
What are we waiting for, Sam? Let's head to the DHV Magellan. Raja. Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet the old-fashioned way. Carograms are great, but nothing beats a hug. Well, I'm sure you already know. This is Rainey. She's a good friend of the cause.
It really is a pleasure to meet you, Sam.
Nice to meet you too.
Glad to see you in good health.
And it's so good to see you all again.
Sam, Charlie here. You may now undertake your next assignment. You can find the relevant main order by accessing the delivery terminal in Rainbow Valley.
动六动动，部队启动。
Moby Dick, or The Whale, seems to be one of Tarman's favorite novels. As the name suggests, it's a story about a white sperm whale named Moby Dick. Captain Ahab, one of the main characters, uses a prosthetic leg made of whalebone to replace the one Moby Dick took long ago. He's obsessed with getting revenge against the whale, which he hates with a terrible passion, all while nursing the phantom pain of his lost leg. In the end, Ahab fails to exact vengeance on his foe and is dragged into the sea. His crew's only survivor is Ishmael, the book's narrator. He was rescued after clinging desperately to a coffin-shaped life buoy. That's right, a coffin was his savior. Ironic, isn't it? How you use a thing makes all the difference. On a dark night in May 1816, 3 men and 2 women found themselves confined to a villa on the shore of Lake Geneva. A catastrophic volcanic eruption had wrought havoc on the global climate, and a relentless rain hammered down outside. With little else to do, the occupants of the villa decided to compose ghost stories, and it was on this fateful night that a woman named Mary penned what would become Frankenstein. Mary, who was only 18 years of age, had already lived a tumultuous life. She was engaged in an affair with the poet Percy Bysshe Shelley at the time, whom she would later go on to marry. A dramatic retelling of these events was committed to film prior to the Death Stranding. Titled Mary Shelley, it stars Elle Fanning in the lead role. Now, where have I heard that name before? The Pequod is the ship in which Ahab pursues Moby Dick on his quest for vengeance. His crew includes Dutchmen, Frenchmen, Spaniards, Portuguese, Icelanders, as well as shipmates from China and India. Countless other people of myriad origins, too. It is arguably symbolic of the multiracial United States. A gathering of souls that transcends ethnic and national divisions, united in pursuit of a singular goal. I can't help but be reminded of Kojima Productions. Wait, judging by your reaction, you've never heard of Kojima Productions? Sam, you can't be serious.
一本书可以看几次啊？
The gathering of storytellers that spawned Mary Shelley's Frankenstein gave rise to yet another legendary creature of horror fiction. I speak, of course, of the vampire. A physician named Polidori was also in attendance that evening, and he later unveiled his creation in a new novel. As I may have mentioned before, the summer of that year was unusually cold. In Europe alone, 200,000 people are said to have perished as a result. Could it be that a widespread fear that the world might be coming to an end served as inspiration for two classic monsters? I find it a compelling theory.
有一本书看完会怎样？
Certain parallels can be drawn between Captain Ahab's pursuit and the Prometheus myth. Prometheus is a deity said to have stolen fire from the heavens in order to give it to humans. In essence, he bestowed upon them the power of the gods themselves. This power manifested as technology. Humans crafted tools, and with them brought nature to heal and built great civilizations. Perhaps the author intended to frame Ahab's pursuit of the white whale as one akin to mankind's struggle against the forces of nature. We ourselves are arguably living out our own Prometheus myth as we fight to overcome the Death Stranding. No, we definitely are. And we're not about to lose.
已经看3次了，还有太多了，是我之前都没点，所以才这么多，还是啊？
It should be noted that the monster's name is not Frankenstein, nor was it ever given a proper name. Frankenstein is the name of its creator and the story's protagonist, Victor Frankenstein. Through its many movie adaptations, the image of the disturbing and unstable patchwork creature has grown ever more vivid. And in the process, the misconception that it was called Frankenstein was born. In the original novel, however, it was an intelligent, human-like being that craved acceptance. A clever, gentle giant cobbled together from others, not unlike our dead man, don't you think? And while he doesn't appear in Shelley's original work, in several movies, Frankenstein is joined by a rather memorable assistant named Igor. Igor and Victor. Now, where have I heard those two names before?
可是我知道会用雷射的那个嘛。我他妈看，我就来看他到底可以看几次。哎，哦，看完了他就不会再看。 差不多一本书4次吧。OK。
I've known Tarman for quite a while now, but that was the first time I've heard him speak about his son in that fashion. It made me wish that I could do something, anything to ease his burden. But setting aside those feelings, suppose that cat of his is in fact his son reborn. Why does it treat me as though I'm a threat? Does it just hate me? Reincarnation or not, perhaps it's still a cat at heart. Oh boy. I really miss the taste of food.
Food.
I was glad to see Rainey in such high spirits. She's grown so bright and energetic, almost unrecognizable from our first meeting. A pity that her child shows no similar signs of development. Rainey used to be much more quiet and withdrawn. She seemed averse to spending time with people. Dolls, too. It was singing and dancing that got her to open up. I'm something of a performer myself, though I've never showed anyone. The Rainbow Valley greenhouses are the product of our researchers' hard work. And thanks to you and me, those invaluable structures will endure for a good while yet.
Okay.没问题。这个风之谷下播之后，就是先看可不可以删除。哦，昨天真的是玩到快早上。我车子来。啊！我把梯子断掉了，太不应该了。
Sam, your next order requires you to recover an escaped kangaroo, the subject of an important experiment. Seems the bushland area it hopped off to is one where the chiral density is extremely high. Meaning you'll need to get it back to the animal shelter ASAP to ensure its safety. This is a ticking clock situation, Sam. I'll brief you on the details while you review your map. Accept the main order from this delivery terminal when you're ready to get underway.
让我想到坐飞机那只袋鼠。
Hey, Sam. Charlie here. Since this is your first order involving the capture and preservation of animals, allow me to provide additional information. The kangaroo you're looking for is somewhere in this area. Once you've arrived, use your Odra deck to begin searching for the creature. You can transport the kangaroo in your standard issue animal carrier. No need to fabricate anything unique. Get close enough to the kangaroo and deploy the carrier to capture it. It will be a bulky piece of cargo, but you should be able to carry it on your back like any other container. However, you will need to traverse some heavily wooded mountains as well as rivers and uneven terrain. Bear this in mind when considering what equipment to take with you. All right, time to proceed with route planning and final preparations.
Order accepted.
那我装备会不会背太多？而且30分钟哦，要学我还要限时间，太狠了吧这个任务！
What in the world?
Wow!
We have a situation, Sam. I'm tracking a fresh bushfire near the injured kangaroo's location. Clock's ticking. Secure the poor little bugger ASAP and bring the shelter onto the chiral network. Once the DHV Magellan can join you on site, we'll see what we can do about that fire.
看我的那个东西。灭火吗？掉了。
Look out, Sam! Fire! We need to get away from here as quickly as possible.
别想啊！ 太嗨了吧！抓住小铁路，打火英雄。
Sam, over there! I see the kangaroo! Get close enough to put it in an animal carrier for transport. All right, time to make our getaway.
Go. 手。哦，这样有点硬哦。走错边了。完了！剩一下，靠呀！快灭火吧！
What in the world?
We have a situation, Sam. I'm tracking a fresh bushfire near the injured kangaroo's location. Clock's ticking. Secure the poor little bugger ASAP and bring the shelter onto the chiral network. Once the DHV Magellan can join you on site, we'll see what we can do about that fire.
I see the kangaroo. Get close enough to put it in an animal carrier for transport. All right, time to make our getaway. This was marked as a dangerous location on your map, Sam. We could get trapped here by the bushfire. Let's keep moving to ensure that doesn't happen. Look out, Sam! Fire! We need to get away from here as quickly as possible.
Whoa.
边。
Sam, it's impossible to put out the fire that's grown this massive. Escape is our only option. We need to find a way out and take it before it's too late.
我已马塞。很好走。耳机又在搞怪。
Still not sure how we survived that. Anyway, we have a Cupid to connect, right?
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam. Security measures lifted. Weapons detected.
You must be Sam. We've heard all about you from your friends at Drawbridge. Go ahead and connect us to the chiral network.
咚咚咚咚，右耳全相弹。哦。他是萨满吧？
you, Sam. Don't worry about the fire. Rainey will put it out for us.
Tell me though, who is she exactly?
It's been about 6 months now, since I first heard about the girl who brought the rain.
Whenever I stepped outside, the timefall came. There was nothing that I could do to make it stop. And they hated me for it. Including my parents, who told me to leave. I was the witch who brought the timefall. A monster to be locked up in a cage. A few even tried to burn me alive. The most dedicated witch hunters. So I struck out on my own. I was alone for so long. In desperation, I enrolled in a special UCA program, hoping to find purpose as a mother.
Hi there. You're safe.
But even after I got pregnant, I still couldn't find anyone willing to take me in.
I'm sorry.
No! We need to leave right now.
Please.
God, get out of here!
No one wanted anything to do with me. All they saw was a witch, to be hated and feared. Until that day.
I'm so sorry. Hey there. You're Rainey, aren't you?
Who's asking?
Someone who's been looking for you. For you and your power.
You want my power? Why?
You're a pharmacon. Medicine that can harm, poison that can heal. It's all in how you use it. Want to come work for me? I believe you can save the world.
You do?
There are things only you can accomplish.
Only me. Really?
Really. My name's Fragile. And I'm happy we could finally meet. I'm here for you. For both of you. I'll be your umbrella. And together we'll show the world the hope in your reign. Come on. We wouldn't want the baby to catch a cold. Come on.
That was quite the display. Drawbridge is even more amazing than we'd heard. Thanks to everything you've done for us, the animals are unharmed and the facilities are holding up just fine. It's a wonderful relief. Anyway, I'll check your orders now. The kangaroo seems to be good and healthy. Nothing to worry about. I hope you'll continue to work with us.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The kangaroo you rescued seems to be alright, thank goodness. Oh, she's so very special to us, and we're relieved to have her back in one piece. Oh. By the way, we've uploaded our decoy hologrenade data to the network. You can trigger it remotely once thrown, creating a distraction that'll lure enemies away. It might just save your life if you run afoul of any troublemakers. Well, we first found her in an area with high concentrations of chiralium. How wild animals are affected by prolonged exposure is something we still don't understand completely. But it's thought this may be a key factor in how chiral creatures come into existence. So, you can see why our wee girl would be an invaluable research subject. It's where we look after the animals in our care. The vegetation around here didn't die out like elsewhere, and we still have a reliable water supply. After we screen each animal in our underground facilities, we release them into the reserve and monitor their health over time. When that kangaroo you rescued is strong enough, we'll move her up top where she'll be able to stretch her legs. That being said, changes in the environment can have a profound impact on many species, causing never-before-seen creatures to appear, throwing the ecosystem into chaos. Which is why we strive to preserve native animals here for future generations. Cheers, Sam. You've really helped us out. At this rate, we're poised to lose so many native species that predate the Death Stranding, and once they're gone, there's no getting them back. Between the bushfires caused by chiral cinders and animals behaving strangely and getting hurt, it's been pretty bad. But I've heard that these environmental anomalies might be resolved once and for all when Australia is fully linked up. So I've got high expectations for you and your friends. Speaking of which, how would you feel about assisting us with our preservation efforts? It'd be a simple matter of capturing any wild animals you see out on their own and bringing them to us. Even a few would make a real difference. Give it some thought, eh?
Well done, Sam. Return to the DHV Magellan and report to the bridge. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Rainey and her talents.
Order completed. Well done.
Take that, Spirit.
When she's outside, Rainey's constantly surrounded by timefall. But within a 1.5-meter radius of her body, a different kind of precipitation is observed.
Oh.
We call it core fall. Anything it touches is restored to an earlier state.
太强了吧
In other words, it has the power to heal and repair, to counteract timefall's effects. Sadly, people only see the timefall, and not the remarkable woman standing in the eye of the storm. Still no signs of growth?
I should be due any day now. If things were normal, that is. But the baby's still stuck at 7 months.
She has still baby syndrome. Have you ever heard of it?
I met a few preppers in Mexico that had something like that.
They're not isolated cases. It seems to be happening everywhere. Though who knows if it's a syndrome or a symptom of something else.
Simply put, the fetus stops growing at about 7 months. To be clear, it doesn't die, but it no longer moves, as if it's frozen in time. Several treatments, including C-sections, have been attempted. Unfortunately, removal from the womb invariably results in death. And while not all pregnancies are affected, it's yet another contributing factor to the already low birth rate. The Genetic Diversity Conservation Initiative just isn't enough to compensate.
You got any idea what's causing it?
There's speculation that it's due to an imbalance in the beach itself. I'm sure it's been explained to you before that countless individual beaches exist, a multiverse of beaches, so to speak, and that they are all governed by an upper beach on a higher plane. Expansion of the chiral network to cover the whole UCA may have inadvertently disrupted the link to that beach. Or so they think.
BB units were also 7-month-old fetuses. So it's not hard to believe that the beach might very well influence the unborn.
While I can offer you no concrete answer, I can state that the plan to extend the chiral network into the Australian continent, to take it worldwide, is also intended to help restore balance to the aforementioned upper beach. And in doing so, it is possible that we may resolve the issue of still baby syndrome.
名摊。
Sam, it's Charlie. You'll be happy to hear that a request has come in which will take you to your next destination. Unfortunately, no nearby facilities have the capacity to prepare the cargo. So it's going to be a long-distance delivery from West Fort Knott instead. Moreover, this request requires you to transport a large quantity of cargo. Careful consideration will need to be given to your route and your means of traversing it. You'll also need to think about what equipment you might need. Only then should you commit to a plan of action. Access the delivery terminal at West Fort Knott to pick up this main order. Oh, and the DHB Magellan can take you there, if need be. Just open your ring terminal and select chart course to request transport.
啊，这只有2本书哦，是这样。
Was that tasty, Sam? Sam, been a while since you had a proper shower, wouldn't you say? I was looking into the conditions that led to the bushfire we escaped. It seemed to have been caused by a phenomenon known as chiral cinders. Unlike other items washed up by the currents, cinders violently erupt from the tar and soar through the sky before crashing to the ground. This phenomenon has been observed across the continent and has led to an increase in bushfires. It's one more potential threat to keep an eye out for. Ever wanted to learn more about the various creatures housed at the animal shelter, Sam? Well, there's a speaker outside the facility that they use to broadcast updates. Might be good to check in on some of the animals we've taken there once in a while. I'm so glad that we were able to save that kangaroo's life. It's easy to forget that humans aren't the only creatures affected by the Death Stranding. Protecting our remaining wildlife isn't just the right thing to do. It can also help us to better understand how the environment has changed. Rainey was a vision to behold. To put out that fire so effortlessly. Her powers are incredible, don't you think? The kangaroo you rescued is currently being cared for and studied at the animal shelter. You know, if you ever want to stop by and see how it's doing, I wouldn't object. Are you curious how I maintain my youthful appearance? It's because Rainey lets me shower in her core fall from time to time.
No.
Hi, Sam.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Looking clean as a whistle.
2个厕所啊，看完，应该会有那个。
That seemed like a child.
Danke, 个厕所。亚妈头。 有讯息了。
Sam, why don't you let the DHV Magellan take you to your next destination? Return to the ship and chart a course once you're safely aboard. You'll arrive in no time at all. Then again, if you walk there, it would give you the opportunity to pick up other orders.
Hey!
有一点距离。2000多公尺，700六。
I will always support you.
飞呀！
Remember to rest, Sam.
嗯，开一下，应该有一辆车啊。
Yeah, that feels good.
没有车。
居然是鸟啊！笑死！
Order completed. Well done.
这段路不是很好。音乐家。先去音乐家吧。
Order accepted. Thank you. to show. I appreciate the help. That is one fast delivery. Too fast, maybe.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Stay in touch, Sam. And stay safe out there.
Order completed. Well done.
哇，还要送3个不同人啊！
Order accepted. Thank you.
好，我就开始走。
Hey, Sam. It's nice of you to pay us a visit. Damn near perfect condition. That's what I like to see. I'm running out of ways to thank you, Sam. So I think I'll let this token of our gratitude do the talking.
建筑物行。
We want to reward you for your service by allowing you to use more of the materials we have stored on site.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thanks so much for taking on so many orders and helping us out. And in that time, we've seen this area undergo some amazing changes. If you're ever in need of a place to rest, we hope you'll stop by and stay a while. We'll keep an eye out for you. Don't be a stranger.
Order completed. Well done.
为什么我现在有炮在这？
Can't thank you enough, Sam.
看，轻轻一摔也他妈的。
Cargo won't last long at this rate, Sam. Handle it with greater care, please.
我哪知道他这么不耐摔？然后93%，抱歉。
Good evening. I see that you're still out working late into the night. Bringing up the order info now.
抱歉呐。
Looks as though you had a pretty rough time getting this here. No worries though.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
We appreciate you stopping by so late at night. It must be dangerous when you don't have the light of nearby shelters. Please, try to be careful.
Order completed. Well done. Remember to rest, Sam.
他不会是那收进车库？不是啊，他刚才机车就有一起过来，哦，为什么这么？
Very impressive. Impressive work, Sam. Process your orders and requests.
Thank you for coming to us so late at night. I'll review the orders right now. This cargo looks a little rough. But hey, you got it here, and that's really all that matters.
What the?
I believe this data could be of use to you. Take it, with my thanks. We're increasing the amount of materials allocated for your use. Make the most of it.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The data I'm sharing with you is for a solar generator that can be attached to your backpack. When equipped, it uses solar power to automatically recharge your batteries over time. It can be a real lifesaver, especially when you're traveling between places you know don't have traditional generators. Try it out, and I know you'll agree.
Order completed. Well done.
Có 2个而已。
Grateful for everything.
Gotcha.
受热了，要去运动，怕等下下雨。今天也开了差不多2个小时多。好。好，那今天感谢各位收看。那老话一句，对我台有点兴趣的，别忘记给我订阅支持一下，我非常感谢你们。那今天就先到这边啦，那明天继续，拜拜。